The morning began like any other on Today with Jenna and Friends. Light-hearted chatter, warm laughter, and the easy rhythm of daytime television. But when Joanna Gaines, the beloved designer and Magnolia brand icon, sat across from Jenna Hager, the air shifted almost instantly. What should have been a cheerful conversation about Joanna's latest projects quickly turned tense. Instead of celebrating her work, Jenna's questions dug deeper, into her marriage, the strain of balancing family and business, and whispered rumors of cracks behind the Magnolia empire. At first, Joanna smiled politely, her trademark calm masking a flicker of unease. But viewers felt it. Something was brewing. Then Jenna leaned in, her tone sharper than usual. "People say your empire looks perfect from the outside. But is it really? Reports suggest there are cracks behind the Magnolia brand." The studio gasped. Joanna straightened. In her chair, the warmth in her eyes cooling. Her voice, still steady, carried an edge. "Perfection isn't real, Jenna. What we share is authentic. Like any family or business, we face challenges, but I won't allow speculation to define my family's strength." Instead of pulling back, Jenna pressed harder. "Some would argue your brand thrives on the illusion of flawlessness. Isn't that misleading your audience?" That was the breaking point. Joanna's face hardened, her gentle grace giving way to fire. The audience shifted uncomfortably. "I've never misled anyone. I share what's real. If that threatens someone's view of me, that's their issue, not mine." The clash was unmistakable, Jenna relentless, Joanna unyielding. Nervous laughter bubbled from Jenna as she tried to lighten the moment. "Oh, don't take it so personally, Joanna. It's just TV." But Joanna leaned forward, her voice low, resonant. "This isn't just TV for me. This is my life, my family, my work. When you disrespect that, you cross a line." The studio froze. Jenna fumbled with her cards. The tension was no longer subtle. It was a storm unfolding live. When Jenna suggested that Joanna's success created unrealistic expectations for women, Joanna's patience shattered. She stood abruptly, her chair screeching against the floor. "I don't need to sit here and justify my life to someone twisting it into negativity," she declared. The audience gasped, half in shock, half in admiration. Without another glance, Joanna walked off set. Applause erupted, mingled with disbelief. The cameras cut awkwardly to Jenna, who tried to laugh through her discomfort. "Well, that was unexpected," she muttered, before the show scrambled into a commercial break. But the moment was already viral. Clips flooded social media before the episode even ended. Hashtags exploded as Team Joanna and Jenna went too far. Viewers overwhelmingly sided with Joanna, blasting Jenna for crossing professional lines. Joanna remained silent for hours, fueling the storm. When she finally spoke, it was through a serene Instagram post, her Waco farmhouse glowing under a sunset. The caption read, "Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is walk away. Protect your peace. Protect your family. Protect your truth." Millions liked and shared it. Her words struck a chord with anyone who had ever felt pressured to endure disrespect in silence. By the next morning, the confrontation dominated headlines. Talk shows replayed the clip endlessly. Critics debated Jenna's motives. Was she chasing ratings or simply careless? Either way, Joanna was hailed as the clear. Jenna's team scrambled, issuing a statement claiming the interview had been misunderstood. The excuse fell flat. Sponsors whispered concerns. The show's lighthearted brand suddenly felt tainted. Days later, Jenna addressed it on air, her tone subdued. "I love Joanna and admire her work. Things got heated, and I asked questions I probably shouldn't have. I regret how it came across." The studio audience clapped politely, but the apology rang hollow. Critics called it damage control. Fans weren't convinced. Joanna, meanwhile, never mentioned Jenna by name, Instead, she posted reflections on peace and resilience. One read, "Your worth is not defined by someone else's narrative. Protect your peace always." Her restraint only elevated her further. Fans praised her for refusing to fuel the feud, calling it a masterclass in dignity. Behind the scenes, producers reportedly begged Joanna to return for another appearance, but sources close to her said she wasn't interested. She doesn't need their platform. If anything, they need her. Other celebrities began weighing in. Stars who had worked with Joanna praised her authenticity. Even some of Jenna's colleagues quietly admitted she had pushed too far. The story had grown larger than a single interview. It was now a cultural conversation about boundaries, respect, and the courage to walk away. Ratings for Today with Jenna and Friends dipped. Meanwhile, Magnolia thrived. More viewers, more support, more love for Joanna's brand than ever. Ironically, the clash meant to corner her had only made her stronger. By week's end, one truth was undeniable. Joanna Gaines had turned a tense TV moment into a powerful statement. Walking away wasn't weakness. It was empowerment. She showed us it's okay to say enough when someone disrespects you, one fan wrote, and thousands agreed. In the end, Joanna's legacy expanded beyond design and business. She became a symbol of dignity, boundaries, and the quiet strength of knowing when to leave. And while Jenna's show struggled to recover, Joanna's star only burned brighter. Proof that even in the ruthless world of television, authenticity and grace always win.